Hello, friend. Before we start our story, please feel free to join our group of caring experts for more real-life stories about being brave, showing respect, and standing up for what is right. The office party had everything you would expect. There were people with bright smiles, loud laughter, clinking glasses, and a smell of expensive perfumes and fancy snacks that the catering team had brought out. I only went to the party because my wife, Hannah, wanted me to go with her. She told me it would look good and proper if I was there standing by her side. At first, everything was going just fine. I talked nicely with her coworkers, gave a small smile every now and then, and mostly just tried to stay out of the way in the background. Then I saw him. There was a man there who should never have been so bold or rude. A cold feeling, like a sudden chill, ran right through my body and made me feel uneasy. His name was Mark. He was a man who had a very important and high-up job at the company. Hannah had often told me that he was a helpful and friendly person, but right then, he was standing way too close to her. He was leaning in with a kind of closeness that made my heart race and my nerves feel very sharp. He was not just standing near her. He actually touched her. He brushed his hand against her arm in a way that felt wrong. He let his hand stay there for much too long, and he laughed as if what he was doing was totally normal and innocent. He did not look at me even one single time. I saw Hannah get a little stiff and uncomfortable, but she did not pull her arm away from him. That small look on her face felt like a loud alarm going off in my chest. Something deep inside me just snapped. I could feel the air in the room get thick with tension. Nobody else knew what was about to happen yet, but I could feel my breathing get slow and very deep. My hands curled slightly at my sides. I did not yell, and I did not run toward him. I simply started walking over to where they were standing. Every step I took was very careful and meant something. The big, confident smile on Mark's face vanished the very second he saw me coming toward him. That was the first sign that he realized I was not just some quiet person standing in the corner. When I finally reached him, my voice was very low and very steady. It felt colder than a piece of ice. I looked him right in the eye and said, "Step away from her." Suddenly, the whole room seemed to freeze. People stopped moving their glasses to their lips. Conversation just ended right then and there. Everyone in the room turned their eyes to look at us. Mark tried to smirk, thinking he could laugh it off and make me look silly. He said, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear, "Relax, it's just a touch." I did not move or jump. I did not try to scare him with my body. I simply stared at him with a look that would not budge. "You think it's just a touch?" I asked. My voice felt like it was cutting through the quiet room. "That is because you have never had to face the consequences for your actions before. In other words, you have never had to answer for doing something wrong. Tonight, that is going to change." The room went completely silent. You could have heard a pin drop on the floor. Hannah's face went very pale, and she reached behind her back to find my hand. I could feel that she was a little scared, but I could also feel that she trusted me completely. Mark tried to fix the situation with a little nervous laugh, but I did not give him the chance to speak. "In this place, we respect people's personal space," I said firmly. "And if you forget that, everyone here is going to see exactly what kind of man you really are." Several people who worked with Hannah started looking at each other with worried faces. They whispered to one another, feeling the whole mood of the party change from a fun night into something they would never forget. Then I took action. I did not hit him, and I did not raise my voice to scream. I just stepped a little closer and placed my hand firmly between his hand and Hannah's arm. I moved him away with a lot of strength, but I was not being mean or aggressive. I looked at him and said quietly, "Do it again, and you will wish that a bad report with the office rules people, the ones who check on everyone, was the least of your worries." The effect of those calm words was instant. His fake smile broke. All his confidence just started to disappear. While everyone was still watching, I went and talked to the people who handle the office rules. Soon, the big bosses knew exactly what had happened. Mark tried to say it was all just a big misunderstanding, but there was a video of the party, and many people had seen what he did. The look on the faces of everyone who watched it made it clear that he was in the wrong. The man who thought he could scare anyone was now trapped. By the end of that week, his job was in big trouble. He was told to stay home while they investigated what he did. Hannah did not say a word during the talk at the party. She just held my hand tight and stayed close to me, her eyes wide with a look of peace. She knew that the man who had touched her without permission was being held responsible. It did not happen because of hitting or yelling. It happened because of being calm and firm. Everyone in that room had seen it happen. Later that night, she told me softly, "I've never seen anyone handle something like that before." The party ended with many people talking about being brave and respecting others. The people at her work now looked at me with respect. The office used to let people be rude, but now everyone knew that some lines should never be crossed. Mark was shown for who he really was in just 15 minutes. Hannah and I walked out together into the quiet night. I could feel her relief. True strength is about being calm and doing what is right. Hannah never had to wonder if I would be there for her again.